Today I'm making Borekas, and Borekas are like these pastries that are filled with either sweet or savory or both. Being a Titan is like the highest honor that you can get as a chef. It's one of the most competitive cooking shows on the Food Network. And ever since I've become a Titan, the only thing I keep thinking about is how I quickly can impact big flavors in small dishes. So I just keep thinking about it, and this recipe comes to mind. Okay, so we're gonna make a date jam, and a savory date jam because dates inherently are sweet. So in the pot we have some water, and I'm gonna throw in these dates that we've pitted and chopped up. And I'm gonna add some beautiful spices to this. One of them is cardamom, one of my favorite spices of all time. Some cinnamon, some black pepper, and some salt. So I'm gonna take my orange and we're gonna zest it in here. We always wanna bring some brightness and freshness to it, right? And then finally some honey. Now you're probably saying, like, why add honey when you have the sweetness of the dates? Honey just adds more dimension to this, and it also helps with like the viscosity. So we have our date jam working here, and then in here we have goat cheese. We're gonna add a little bit of yogurt, a little bit of lemon zest, and salt. So we're just gonna mix this together really quickly. So it's almost there. At the last minute, I'm gonna throw in some chopped mint. Now I don't wanna put the mint in the beginning because I don't wanna bruise it. So we're just gonna hit it 2 times. 1, 2. All right, I lied, maybe 3. So we have our date jam, and you could see the dates are kind of losing their shape, and that's what you want because this is gonna be a homogeneous jam. What do I have in front of me? This is puff pastry. It's a laminated dough. What does that mean? That it has lots of butter in it. So when you bake it, it puffs up. The water content in the butter causes steam, which is gonna give you this nice, light, crunchy, fluffy Borekas. And we're gonna take our knife and just cut through that. And this is gonna give us 6 portions. So what am I doing here is I'm egg washing, and I'm doing this first because I don't want the filling to come through the edges, and this is gonna be kind of my glue. So you wanna use the goat cheese first, and what I'm gonna do is kind of flatten this out a little bit. And then after the cheese, we're gonna lay some of that jam down. And now you're gonna take this perfect cut pastry, and you're gonna do corner to corner. And you're gonna take your fork, and you're gonna simply crimp the end. My recommendation is to put this in the refrigerator, and you want to do that for about 10 to 25 minutes. Why? We want this pastry to firm up before it goes into the oven. Once it comes out of the refrigerator, you're going to take your egg wash and you're going to layer it on top. So we're going to set our oven for 425 degrees. We're going to put the Borekas in for about 12 minutes. We'll put them in for the first 5, and then we'll open the oven, rotate the tray for an additional 6 minutes or until they're golden brown. All right, so you don't normally would want to rip this, but because it's just a masterpiece, I'm going to cut it for you. Look. Right down the middle. Look at the center. You have the airy, flaky crust. You can see that jam and the goat cheese, those flecks of mint. This is the perfect juxtaposition between sweet and savory. These small little square puffs of pastry are gonna make you look like the fanciest chef you ever were.